Hey guys, sonyx here. I hope that you're currently having an amazing day today, and this is our first time on this brand new channel talking to you. So if you're listening and you transferred from the main channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new here, then I hope you can stick around because we're just gonna talk about life while we have some awesome gameplay in the background, whether it be Apex or Minecraft, depending on what I put in the background here. So today, let's go ahead and talk about happiness, but in the sense of when people tell you advice on it. Yeah, very strange, right? Have you guys ever heard the phrase, just be happy? I've heard that a lot. And whenever you tell somebody about things that you're going through, and they're tough, they just say this phrase, just be happy. And it's kind of weird because you don't really know how to react to that because they're not really in your shoes, you know? Sure, maybe we've tried it, you know, let's say we go through a situation where it's super rough and we just try to be happy and we try to go through it. It kind of doesn't work because just trying to be happy kind of pushes away the emotions that you feel, and it kind of, you know, forgets about everything else, so you can mask everything by fake happiness almost. You know, you kind of have this superficial layer that's not really true happiness, just to kind of forget about the way you really feel. So I don't agree with a statement that just be happy because it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Now, the way that you should tackle this is to recognize your current emotions right now and if you're not happy, that's all right. You don't always have to be happy, and I don't think you ever really should be happy all the time, because you need other emotions in there, so that way when you do feel happiness, it feels that much better when you have it. For example, when I grew up a lot, I mean, we all grew up a lot, right? We had to, biologically speaking, but when I grew up, there was a lot of instances where I didn't really have I only grew up with one family, one parent, because my other parent was not really present in my life. And doing so, I kind of had to learn how to do things by myself sometimes, and it was kind of sad because, you know, we're kind of born to have two parents, right? That would raise us and teach us things about life. But growing up with one parent was tough. So I had to adapt a little bit. And I noticed that every time, when you have two parents, they can divide the power, and you could talk to parents about everything that you are feeling. Like, oh, I'm not doing good in school. What can I do better in a logistical standpoint? You know, I need to learn how to drive a car. Can you teach me? Like, you're learning skills. And when you're feeling down too, like, oh, I don't, you know, if you feel closer with one parent than another, then you could be like, oh, yeah, things have been going on and I can't really talk to anyone, but I can talk to you because you're my parent, you know? And having just one parent is hard because they have to try to balance all that. So sometimes they might just be focusing on trying to just get by because they have to take the role of both parents, right? And that's totally understandable. So then you don't get really time to talk about emotions and stuff like that. So, and the small chance you do, you kind of just have to say the baseline stuff, and you kind of have to just be happy because, you know, you're supposed to be lucky that you still have one parent. And all these things kind of lead back to pushing away your emotions, because you don't want to be trying to burden that one parent that you have left with all the, you know, things that all the trauma and stuff. So that's all right, you know. And that's how I've kind of grown up, because I don't really want to, you know, burden my only parent left with all my drama or whatever. So then I just try to be happy. But I've realized in doing so, it builds up. Everything else, all the emotions get kind of shut down, and I forget about the world. Like I literally forget about, oh wait, this is kind of normal to feel this way. And then, you know, all the anger, all the guilt, all the bad emotions. There's no such thing as good or bad emotions, by the way. But all the not really, like all the uncomfortable emotions, they get pushed away for a while, so that way I could just be happy. But then I realize it's literally like more painful when it comes back, because I've pushed it away so much at this point, you know? So the secret here is to just not be happy all the time. You can still be happy, but when it's appropriate for the situation. So if you feel sad, I want you to sit in that sadness. If you're feeling, you know, hurt, someone wronged you, just sit in that. You need to sit in that. And I'm not saying you want to cause yourself pain or anything, but if you try to sit in that, you're going to feel much less resistance than trying to just be happy, because you start to acknowledge, this is actually how I'm feeling right now. Heck, if you want to cry, let yourself cry. A lot of the times, you know, society's kind of has this negative stigma on crying because like it makes you look weak. Just cry, dude. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You got to start doing things the way your body is telling you to. Okay? Don't try to fight this one thing just so that way you can put up a smile. Don't do that. You need to literally vent out to a friend. Do that. I literally, the other day when I played, right before I hopped on a game with a friend, I literally said, hey, you know, let's play, but I just need to talk to you about some real stuff real quick. And I did, and I, you know, they listened and they were like, oh man, wow, like that actually, thanks for sharing that. And then they started sharing, you know, sending me reels that were like, that's super uplifting. And I was like, dang, that actually means so much to me that you did that, you know? So it's at the end of the day, you have to recognize that every feeling that you have has a purpose. Because if you feel hurt, if you feel pain, it serves a function in your life, because you need to, you now know to kind of adapt for the next situation. You know, if someone wronged you, if someone actually hurt you, you need to distance yourself. Now, if you just try to be happy, then you're going to try to repeat that emotion again. You're going to feel much more hurt the next time around, just so that way you can mask happiness for a split second. So everything has a function, you know, everything has a purpose in life. And you also have a purpose in this life as well. Guys, I have no words I'm so excited for the way this channel is going to go. I know this is a totally separate route that we're going, because we're actually just going to focus on more fun stuff like talking and other stuff. Even we could do other types of videos now. You know, we're not going to do guides or anything. So I'm excited to see how far we're going to go. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have an amazing day today. And please never forget to take care.